You may notice that even though they're still pouring out, the rates on this are not necessarily running as fast as you would expect at the moment. And there's a reason for that. Hey guys, my name is BottleTopHornet and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. I am here a little earlier than I intended to record because I realized I was falling into a cliche of I did some mining off camera. And let me show you what I'm talking about. It's actually part of the reason why the rates right now are a little bit slower. That's because I had some music on and I decided, I need to open up the top section up here a little bit more. And you can already start to see it when I'm here. This is why the rates are terrible. I've started to open this way up. And I honestly think it looks really cool. You guys don't know how long I spent looking for every individual piece to make sure that there was nothing left. And as soon as I start... There's two. There's two! Ah! Okay. So I feel ridiculous for that. Oh... I was not as thorough as I thought, apparently. But basic... Oh my goodness, they're everywhere. It seems like I need to do a little bit more work. Basically, my idea was I wanted to... I can't see it anymore. I don't know where that went. Oh, there. I wanted to get rid of all of the netherrack that was sitting up here in the bedrock. And so that once this is completely open to the section down below, you're going to be able to see this sort of gradient of more structured basalt that I've added around the outside. And then it becomes the... Ow. It becomes the sort of unstructured, broken up bedrock roof of the... or ceiling of the nether. But like I said, I realized as I was doing this, I was just listening to some music and I'm like... Okay, I am doing way too much without showing anybody, so I didn't want to be that person who came in and said, yeah, look at what I did off camera, and I've brought you in here. I wanted to show you what I was working on, and then maybe just do a time lapse of me clearing up the last of this. You can see we're only a couple of blocks thick in... Ow. Wow, that nearly killed me. Ooh. Oh, I'm trying to get through my intro. But as you can start to see, it's sort of like, it's definitely opening up. And when it gets to that point around the entire outside, it's going to make it so much easier for me to fly up here through that hole if I need to, or even just anywhere around here is going to have more access from the top. So it's a bit thick still here, but I'm going to do my best to remove as much of the netherrack as I can and blend it so that it doesn't just look like some straight walls sticking straight down. And then, yeah, we can pop back in and actually get working on the main focus of this episode, which is our Piglin trading hall. So enjoy this quick time lapse of me finishing up this project, making sure this is all cleared out, and then we'll pop back down and get into getting all of our stuff set up and hopefully have a functioning trading hall by the end of this episode. So enjoy. Wait, actually... There's something that I wanted to achieve first. So we'll get to the time lapse in just a second. The thing that I want to achieve is, as you can see, doing that stuff that I was up top has actually destroyed. That has 1 durability. Somehow I stopped just before breaking it. But I have these pickaxes. These two just need healing. This one does have mending, but I want to put silk touch and then mending, silk touch on both of them and then mending on this one. And then because we have all this netherite that's sitting here untouched, unused so far other than one piece, I really want to get them all netherited up and then we're going to use my mending station over there to heal them up, which I might do right now since I need to use those pickaxes a lot more before I get into this time lapse. So to keep it in chronological order, we'll do it this way. Let's get this stuff lined up in my inventory and quickly fast forward through this. That is So satisfying. So... Enderman. What? The Isle of Ender. The Isle of... I've got to capture him. I've got to capture you. Where's my boats? Boats. Yes. I don't know what it is about this island. Oh no! No! Get off! Get off! No! No, get off! What are you doing? Hey! Oh my goodness. I feel like this Let's Play is just slowly descending into absolute chaos. Oh, how much did he waste? How much? Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, that was the most confusing series of events. I just wanted to capture him, and now he's angry. Oh my goodness. Well. Oh dear. So, what I want to do now is just grab the books that I need. We've got a few levels now that that Enderman made us have to get them. So we'll, oh, I need to clear that inventory a little bit. Goodness. We'll grab the books that we need, combine them on the anvil so that we have our full setup, and then I'm going to turn these two into netherite as well. And I have smooth, which is something that I always have. Whenever I get a pickaxe that is my first silk touch, I call it smooth. But if any of you guys, especially you, Nano, if you would like one of these pickaxes named after you, let me know in the comments. I'd like to start... One of you in the comments was talking about this, and I have been thinking about it. I would like to start including some of you guys who've come here early to the Let's Play, because we are getting... gee, there's so many things. The start of this episode is an absolute shambles. I do really want to thank all of you new people, and thank you so much for the amount of subscribers that I've got so far. The love and the positivity in the comments, it's really just... It's so humbling, and it's so motivating to me. Like, it's made me want to do more and more and more, and I have to actually restrict myself and make sure that I don't burn myself out and go too far too fast. But I do want to say thank you so much for all of your support so far. But I'm wasting time, so quick montage of getting those pickaxes all done and dusted. We need emeralds. Check. We need books. Not check. Check. We need 2 silk touches. Check. And a mending. Check. Okay. Combine them. New anvil. Check. Grab the netherite while I'm here. Also check. Now combine them. Check. And netherite them. Check and check. Okay, now we can roll the time lapse. And now it's time to see whether we can get some piglins in here. And also to see whether I can actually manage to make the trading system work. But I know you guys probably want to know what it looks like above this. A little bit more impressive than the old style. I added a little bit more and I removed some stuff. I removed that platform on the side and now the entire thing has a ring around it that you can land on. So, I mean, I put the gold here so that we sort of get like a visual representation that it's the gold farm part of this. And one thing, if you didn't know, ancient debris can actually spawn at any level. It's just more likely to spawn down at lower levels. And of course, since I was removing so much, the chances of me finding some was, you know, not small. And actually, I want to show you, because our stats have been reset, we can see almost all of that was how much I mined out doing this whole section here. Because if you think about it, the nether rack was actually up into... One second. Oh boy. So where were we? I think I was talking about how... Oh my goodness. Oh, what is okay. For reference, I stopped recording and spent 5+ minutes going around seeing if I could see anything. And then the second I start recording from here, there's more. Where did that go? Look. This is the only angle I could have seen that from. A couple of blocks either way and that... Oh my goodness. I have to get it. I have to get it. I'm just searching for any flash of red now. Anything. I think that has to be the last one though. So I'll do that one on camera. I think I've got them all. Where did it go? Where is it? Where is it? They're so wily. Okay. I think the only solution now is to just not look up. You guys get the idea though. I dug out a lot. So let's move on. One thing, you can actually see it right now. This spawn, this world, this everything, there is a Bastion right there. It loaded in while I was doing some of this work around here, and I spotted it. I couldn't believe it. We've got a nether fortress right next to our our spawn with the naturally generated portal that appeared on like in between our islands. We have the fortress there, and then, well, it looks like we're flying over there. We also have this. So basically within render distance. And that means that in reality, like I can make a little spawning platform, but if we do struggle to get piglins, we know where we can get them. I'm not exactly sure what kind it is. It looks mostly buried. Ooh, there we go. Well, that proves that I haven't been here yet, but we might come back here another episode and put on a gold helmet or something and see what we can find. There may be some piglin brutes in here, I don't know. I've never actually encountered them before, so that could be interesting. And I just noticed out of the corner of my eye, which I do want to check out. Is this over here? May as well grab the gold. Not that we really need it, but I mean, it can't hurt to have a little bit more. Because one of the things that I will show you that's happened with all the work that I've done and a couple of AFK sessions just to test the efficiency of this farm. I think it's in... Yeah, here we go. We have plenty of gold. Like heaps and heaps of gold. And you can see it's starting to fill up again. I think when I removed all of this this area, there was a couple of smaller... I might leave that there for now. There was a couple of small like caves and things that were hidden inside of it. And so that definitely would have had things spawning in there. And we've made sure that I've put, you know, pressure plates and buttons on places except for the gold. I want to make some gold pressure plates, but so that we don't have any spawns whatsoever on any of these surfaces. So we can actually use the gold that we got from that thing. I need another one though. And we'll just spawn proof those gold blocks as well. I really want to make sure that it is as safe as possible for me, and also at the same time, basically no spawning spaces for anything other than up on my farm. So I actually might fly up there in a second. I can show you that it is truly, I have 4 rockets, but it is truly fast at the moment. Have a look at them flow in. They seem to come in little waves, like bursts, but when they go, it is so fast. And I did do a test at almost exactly an hour, and I got over 1,100 gold in 1 hour. Like gold ingots, I should say, not just like nuggets or anything like that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I'm impressed with myself. I'm impressed that it works as well as it does. I need another one of these in my chest, but hopefully I don't die this time, because I did die again. There's something about flying down here that just, I gotta make sure I go really slowly. All right. So with all this said and done, and wasting as much time as I have, it is absolutely time for us to come down here and set up this Piglin trading hall. So what I'm going to do is set up my mechanics before I get them all, and then we might dig out the storage room underneath, make sure there's enough room, and I'll set it all up with the item sorters and everything ready to go, ready to have the filters put in and whatnot. And then I think I might just make a little platform out here and keep flying away and looking back with the zoom and seeing whether we can see some piglin spawning. Then we'll pop back down here, come in, and we should be able to just throw the gold for them and push them into our slots here. So I'm going to, off camera, set up the holding chambers and dig a little hole down here, because I'm running out of time with this episode. I wasted a lot of time. I didn't expect to be digging out that much of an area, but I'll come back in just a second and show you how I want to set this up. And I'm just bringing you in about halfway through this to show you how tight a squeeze this is. I really should have thought about it more when I made this building and this island, because I am pushing right up against the outside edges and having to patch tiny little holes. But I think I can squeeze in the storage system. It is right on the edge. Like, some of these are half slabs that just go straight to the outside. It's very, very close. And having to use the existing materials instead of my place at like quartz blocks that I like so you can see the redstone, because otherwise you'd have this white strip on the island on the outside. So I am squeezing it in because, according to the wiki, there are 13 stackable items that I want to be able to have max storage for. And then at the end here, I'm going to have room for fire resistance potions, enchanted boots and enchanted books, and even water bottles, I think is the last one. So there's like 4 more things that I need more room for storage at the end, which means I need to stick the 13 along the sides. And I'm doing 13 on either side because with how fast these guys can trade, when I've done it in the past and I had 4 trading, they ended up backfilling the hopper line because it couldn't keep up with the speed with which they were trading items. And so it couldn't continue to travel. So I wanted to split it into 2 groups of 3 so that either side gets the sorting done. And I'm going to have to work out a way to get down here. It might just have to be a good old school ladder if at this point. Either that, or I might make a little staircase going down the outside of our walkway and leading into a bottom door, I think might be the key. And then we can put a glass floor or something along that line up here so that when we're up looking at the piglins, we can see down into our storage room. So yeah, I just wanted to pop in halfway through just to show you guys how tight this is, how close I am to bursting through the outsides of this island that I built. Like I said, I really should have thought it through a little bit more, but we're making do. And hopefully it'll all, in the end, work out really well and I won't have to worry about it anymore. But once again, this is exactly the same setup that I did in my storage system, automatic storage system for the mob farm. So it's stuff that you've seen before. It's just a simple oh, we've got a hole here too. It's just a simple item sorter that has a hopper line tracking over the top of it like that, and it'll sort through the items as we go. So it looks complicated, but in reality, it's not actually that complicated. You just got to stick them all together. And you guys can let me know if you would like a couple of things that I make. You might want just a simple tutorial. I have the idea of doing like 60-second or 2-minute tutorials, like a 2-minute tutorial series that quickly explains and is almost like a refresher for anyone who wants it on how to make simple sorters or hopper clocks and things like that. So I've been thinking about that. I'd like to know what you guys think as well. But with that being said, I'm going to pop back in, see if I can continue to make this up and get it all sorted, and hopefully it'll look a little bit prettier by the time we come back. So I'll see you in a second. And here it is. This is, I think this is the finished product. So I have on each side 13 stacks of chests for the 13 items that will come from the trades. And we have our overflow section for all the different sort of books and potions and whatnot that will just come with trading. Now, that's potentially going to change as I learn how I want to deal with it. But all this stuff through here is ready to get sorted. Now, I've filled all of the sorting hoppers completely because what I want to do is get some piglins in there and trading, and they'll start to trade and fill up these boxes here. Then what I can do is take the items and go, all right, this one here is Blackstone, for example, and I can put Blackstone in that sorter and that sorter there, remove the gold nugget, and then that one is automatically bringing in the Blackstone. So I can go through and select which slice I want to be filtered for what, and do that on both sides without having to like catch them as they go through or anything like that. So I'm going to have a bit of a jumble in these chests to begin with, but over time it'll become a fully sorting system. And I'll jump up top there and show you how I like to say Frankenstein together, because it's not pretty. I don't know how to do redstone very well, so this is me trying to make it work, but I know it's plenty functional. It's just not necessarily the most compact way to do it or anything like that. So I have this chest. I have this minecart going back and forth, which represents a hopper minecart. Here is the chest where we will put our gold ingots. And as we were talking about earlier, I would like to drop them from the top there as ingots once I've crafted them together into a hopper system that will fill up these chests. So essentially this should continue to run under there, grab a few as it goes past, and then it will fill up each one of these droppers, which will have the piglins standing underneath them. Oh, I need to fill that in and that in. And then if we pop over the back here and try not to ruin our thing, I have a hopper clock on the outside that hasn't necessarily been set to the correct timings, but I'll build a little room to encompass it, and that's going to periodically switch the redstone block across, and it will power all of these at the exact same time, dropping one piece of gold. Now I can tune that and time it so that essentially the second that they get rid of the items that they trade the gold with, another gold ingot appears in their hands. So it should be as efficient as possible with the 6 of these, and yeah, they should trade fairly quickly. Now all that's left to do is just try and bring them in here. I'll put a gold helmet on, I think, craft a little spawning platform on the side here, and like I said, just fly back and forth a bit until we see them spawn and lure them in with gold. Now I'll bring them over here with gold, probably drop a gold ingot right there, and then when they go down to get it, I can just sort of nudge them until they get in and try and quickly slap a piece of glass in front of them. And then they're completely trapped. If they have crossbows and stuff, I'm going to put potentially like a trapdoor or something in front of them. So they're trapped in there forever, trading away for the gold. So let's very, very quickly see if we can wrangle up about 6, and by about I mean exactly 6 piglins. And accidentally coming a little bit further into the future than I intended, because I mucked up my recording, but we have them in and they are trading away gold. Now, I went through and I adjusted the timings for the gold distribution, and now we have it locked in so that every time they trade, they essentially get a piece of gold almost at the exact same speed that they got. There we go. So you can see that there's a very small delay just to make sure they have thrown away the items, and then they get a new piece. Like that. So they're trading away. Like I said, I still make mistakes. I'm still learning and still improving, and I need to make sure that I have the practice that I need to continue to improve this Let's Play for you guys, not just for myself. So over here, I think we ended up with about 10 items. Yeah, exactly 10 items was the perfect amount that I needed to have this switching back and forth at the speed that is required to trade those gold pieces at the correct tempo. So this design is an Etho hopper clock. It's a very, very simple redstone clock, but so great for applying different timings and being able to adjust it really, really specifically. And this is another thing that I believe that I probably would make a small tutorial about, and a quick refresher, something that's very, very simple, gets to the point, shows you exactly what's required and how to make it without mucking around. And I would like those videos to be between 1 and 2 minutes long, so that if someone needs just to remember how to do it, they need to remember the items that are required, they could come by, pop onto my video, and just get that information that they need without having to listen to me rambling on. So I'd like to know what you guys think of that as well, whether you'd be interested in that or whether you're still just only really interested in the Let's Play videos, like the actual main Let's Play. I'm interested in your opinion. But with all this set up, this hopper minecart, placing gold in these, hopefully it's placing enough gold in there, placing gold in these droppers and picking up what it needs to from over here. You can see it's definitely going through our gold supplies. I'm going to go down there, sort out the items that I need and make sure that they're all filtered, and then I'm going to let these guys trade through this entire double chest worth of gold. Once we do that, we can come back down and I'll be able to see exactly how much bang for my buck, I suppose you'd call it, I'm getting from the gold. And that way we know if we fill that up as a full double chest, we're going to get approximately those amounts. It'll let us know whether or not some of these require a lot more storage or a lot less, in which case we can adjust things up from there. But with that being said, I might pop into a quick time lapse. I don't like this gold helmet on my head. But we're going to pop into a time lapse of me just sorting through that stuff very quickly and see how long it takes these guys to get through all of that gold, and we'll pop back in and see what the results are at the end. Okay, so a full double chest of gold, done and dusted. As you can see, the droppers are dispensing away, but there's no gold coming out. And we've got some stuff. Okay, so that's over a double chest worth of blackstone for a double chest worth of gold. But we also get the added benefit of gravel, soul sand, a little bit of obsidian, a lot of crying obsidian, quite a few of those as well. Okay. Cool. So we're definitely getting some items. Okay. A lot of arrows. It's useful. We don't need an Enderman farm really, because if we need Ender Pearls, this is enough for anything that we need. And some fire charges. Cool. I mean, that's not bad. And with how fast that gold farm produces gold, I could set it up and I could just AFK for an afternoon or something while I go do something else and come back and have plenty of gold to fill this storage system down here with all the items that I need. Oh, there's also this stuff on the end. Yeah, so that's just the unsortable stuff. And okay, it definitely hasn't overfilled, which is good. So I can go through and I can probably bring like a, what do you call them? A sharpening wheel, or I think they're called that. But the wheel thing down here that I can disenchant, the books with, and probably the boots as well. Get a little bit of experience, but also grab the books because they're valuable in their own right. It means we don't have to use the leather. Might keep a couple of the Soul Speed 3s because just so that I have them. And then all these potions of fire resistance, especially the splash ones, I might use some redstone and make sure that they're an 8-minute one, and then we can bring them up and have them in our nether hub so that every time I come in, if I feel like I want to do something in the nether, I can quickly grab one and just splash it at my feet, and I know that I'm protected for the first 8 minutes of coming into the nether. So I think we'll be able to make use of a few of them, which is handy. But with that, I think I've achieved everything that I want to this episode. I've got the gold farm all cleaned up top, and now we have our Piglin trading hall, which we know is working. All the item sorters are working as well, and I'm really happy about the renewable blackstone. That's the best part of it, but there are other items in here that are definitely useful as well, so that's good. Before I do anything else, I want to change... it's in my inventory already. That's better. It looks more like how I want to. With that, I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know about what you think of those little tutorials and stuff that I was talking about earlier. Whether you think that's something that you guys would like to watch, or you think would be handy. I'm interested in what you guys think, because obviously with how much interest people are already starting to show in this channel, I'm definitely excited to try and grow and make it into something special. And to be honest, from earlier in the episode when I was talking about how many subscribers and support I'd had, I've actually got like another 120 since then. Another 120 subscribers. So I'm getting close to 500. 500 people. Whew. It's insane. And I'm so thankful to everyone who's been swinging by and watching these episodes and tuning in and just being so nice in the comments. Everyone, before I even started making these videos, I envisioned having a wholesome community, and the idea of having people come by and being pleasant and enjoying my videos, and just a relaxed, happy place to be. And so far, it's really turning into that already, and that makes me extremely happy. So thank you all so much. But with that, I think next episode we're going to do some stuff on the island. I would like to do a bit of a different episode for the next one, where I'm going to do my own tips and tricks for adding detail to different parts of builds, because I wanted to spend some time cleaning up and finishing off some areas of the island, and I figured doing that while explaining my process, or sort of explaining how I think about how I want to add detail, would be worthwhile for some of you, because I know there are people out there who kind of enjoy my build style. Not that I think it's anything too spectacular, but it is different, and everybody has a different build style on Minecraft. So if I can add and give some information about my own to some people to give them inspiration, that's what I want to do. So until that episode comes out, give this video a like, and I'll be down in the comments once again chatting away with you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoy what I'm doing here. Until the next episode, I hope you take care, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.